Good evening, America. I am Eric Little. It is the 14th day of October 2020. There are 20 days left until the end of the general election. It is National Stop Bullying Day. I'm guessing our president is not going to participate in that? Be best, right? I'm near my home in Southern California this evening, and this is the plain truth. So I'm seeing these long lines at voting places in Georgia and other places, Harris County, Texas. And, I hear, and I'm happy, don't get me wrong, I'm happy that the Democrats are getting out there and saying, you're not going to do that to us this time. But, a 12-hour wait, some of these places have 10, 11, 12-hour wait. That's not voter enthusiasm. That's voter suppression. No one should have to wait 12 hours in a line in the middle of a pandemic to vote. It's ridiculous. The reason why some of these Republicans keep getting away with this is because these kind of things are decided at the state level. It's very important for you to understand this. Electing Joe Biden will not change that. The reason why our elections are almost impossible to destroy is because we don't have one election. We have 50 different elections, and then we piecemeal the results together. Every state has its own rules. This state, you have to get it in by your mail-in ballot by the 20th. This state doesn't allow, mail-in voting. This state doesn't allow drop boxes. Every state is different. So these solutions have to be done at the state level. If you want to get rid of these 12-hour long lines in Georgia, you have to elect new people to run your state. The state legislatures, a new governor, you have to defeat those people at the state level if you want to change that. Federal law prohibits Joe Biden or any president from changing state laws. Don't you think Donald Trump would have changed the state laws if he could? So that's why this is very important. What happens is Democrats turn out for presidential elections, but they don't turn out in the off years. And that's when a lot of these people, these Republicans, get elected. There's an election every year. People think it's every 4 years. It's not. It's every year. Next November, there'll be an election in some states for your governor or your city council member or your state house representative. There are elections every year. The problem is the Democrats don't turn out for those elections. See, and that's why they set the governor's race and the state office races to off years when they know you're not going to vote. This way they keep the levers of power in that state and these things don't change. So what you have to do over the next 4 to 8 years is turn out for every single election. I don't care if it's dog catcher, school board, you have to show up for every single election. That's the only way these things are going to change. Now, don't get me wrong. I'm glad the people are waiting in line. I'm glad they're like, you're not going to tell us we can't vote. And they're doing it early, and they're doing it by mail, and they're doing it in drop boxes and all these different things. And I'm grateful for that. But you have to remember that. Like one lady that was in line, and the reporter asked her, why is this so important to her to vote in this election? She said, I'm waiting 12 hours in line because I have to wait 12 hours in line. In other words, I'm angry that you're making me do it. That's why I'm trying to vote the bums out. Okay, but the bums aren't on the election ballot this year. The state bums are on next year or 3 years from now. They're very careful to put them in the off years so you don't pay attention to it. So remember, not only do you need to get out in this election, and yes, this is the most important election because Trump has got to go. And if you see those lines in Harris County and the fact that the county, I can't remember the county name, but the county that's around Austin, Texas, they have 97% voter registration. That's incredible in a country where only 61% of eligible voters vote. But there are signs that a blue tsunami is coming. And that's great, but I need you to remember that in 2021 and 2022 and 2023, not just presidential years. And that is the plain truth, as I see it. And I am Eric Little. Good night.